I want all night. Say it. I want all night.
Hello, stranger. It's been a minute since we last kicked it. And by the way, just got in town, and I won't let cumulus clouds all in the sky ruin my vibe. Usually I don't do this often, but since recruiting isn't an option, due to unusual rain and thunder, baby I wonder, would you just put your sweats on for me? Yeah. I got the plug, I made the call for me. I'm talking late night for ya. Let me lay a great time on ya. Don't hesitate, no, don't you? Just say you will. Come through and chill. Just say you will.
Every second, every minute, man, I swear that she can get it. Saying you a bad bitch, put your hands up high, hands up high, hands up high. Tell them turn the lights down right now, put me in the mood. I'm talking about dark perfume. Go.
I recognize your fragrance. Hold up, you ain't never gotta say shit. And I know your taste is a little bit high maintenance. Everybody else basic. You live life on an everyday basis with poetic justice. Poetic justice. If I told you that a flower bloomed in a dark room, would you trust it? I mean, I write poems in these songs dedicated to you when you're in the mood for empathy. There's blood in my pen. Better yet, for your friends and them. I really wanna know you off. I really wanna show you off. Fuck that. Pour up plenty of champagne. Cold nights when you curse this name. You called up your girlfriends and your girl in that little bitty range. I heard that she wanna go and party. She wanna go and party. Nigga don't approach her with that Atari. Nigga that ain't good game home is sorry. They say conversation rule a nation. I can tell, but I could never right my wrongs unless I write it down for real. P.S. You can get it. You can get it. You can get it.
Yo, welcome to the SC Experience, aka boy Eric, man. Thank you all for being here. We are back. You feel me? It's been I don't even know how many days it's been. It's been a couple days, huh? It's been a couple days since I last did a live. Let me actually check the exact 5 days ago. God damn, almost a week. I know I was supposed to do it live on Monday and do the play-by-play of the Bucks and Cowboys, but something came up. Well, actually, it was my sister's birthday, and we had to go. And we went to celebrate it on Monday. So um, I had to push it away. Family first. You feel me? But I'm kind of glad I didn't do the game because the Bucks got absolutely fucking smacked. I mean, Jesus. They were exactly what the record was. I've been saying this that they're 8-9 for a reason, right? 8-9. That whole team is just dysfunctional as fuck. They went from a Super Bowl team to people bring coming back to them not looking good, and it was a whole shit show over there. I didn't want the Cowboys to win though. I wanted the fucking Cowboys to lose. I hate the Cowboys. I don't know about y'all. I hate the Cowboys, but they ended up winning. Whatever, they're gonna choke anyways. They're the chokers of the NFC. But besides that, there's a lot of things to talk about today, man. Blessings to you guys, man. Hope everybody's having a blessed day. Blessings to you guys and your families, and thank you for joining me on this Wednesday afternoon, man. You feel me? We back, like I said, man. Um, Let me just get this out of the way. Nightbot, like I said, I have a Nightbot on the chat now. If you see what Terrence is doing, exclamation mark membership, exclamation mark Discord. We'll drop both of those links there. The membership, like I said, if you weren't here before, um, my membership, I kind of deleted all the tiers, so everybody that was a member kind of got refunded, and I can already tell that a lot of people got refunded. Hopefully, everybody did. I made it because I wanted to make it a lot cheaper. So there's only one tier, and it's $1 less than the most minimum one of last time. So it's 3.99 now. It's two, I believe, or maybe Lord, no, it's 2.99. So now it's cheaper, man. I try and make it as affordable as possible. So if you guys want to support the channel, man, become a member, get the emojis. You feel me? I have to add some new emojis, but we will. So I appreciate every single one of you guys for the support and stuff and love and everything, man. Let me actually shout out the chat, whoever is in here so far, man. Shout out to Robert Pena and the Builder Raider Nation family. Salute to you as well. Raider Primos is in the house. What up, Eric? Salute, bro. I am excited for this offseason, man. I'm interested in seeing what does Ziegler do with this offensive line and defense. And yeah, that's what this pretty much live is about, right? The news and all that, and then the free agency. And I actually got a couple guys that we could pick up that I kind of based it on affordability, being affordable for the Raiders. I know Ziegler doesn't like to spend a lot of money as far as big contracts, but I did some math, I did some contract based things, and I have a couple people that I wanted to show you guys, man, and some people that haven't been talked about. Shout out to Dominic Five in the building, man. I know we talk quarterbacks a lot, but if I was Ziegler, the main focus should be one, how to retain JJ, two, build the defense and build the O line, figure out the quarterback situation unless Brady comes and then goes 1-3. Yep, you said it best. Shout out to EJ Raider in the building. What's good, EJ? Good to see you. Anthony Estrada's in the building. Raider Ross was good. Good to see you guys, man. Hope all is well. Shout out to Dark Atheist. Salute to you. Chansworthy Evans is in the building. What's good? Good to see you guys, man. Raider Ross was good. Anthony Estrada, blessings to you guys, man. I appreciate you guys being here. Terrence, shout out to Terrence, man. Hope all is well. Shout out to North Cal Raider Jesse in the building. What's good, Jesse? Good to see you. Hope all is well. Shout out to let me see. Hopefully I didn't skip anybody. Shout out to Digital Prez in the building. What up, Prez? Good to see you. Hope all is well. Let me see. How we feel if Stidham starts for 2023 season and we build the online and defense and maybe get a receiver or two. I'm not the biggest confidence in Stidham, but if you have a really good defense and a really good offensive line, a decent quarterback could get it done. The problem is that if this decent quarterback can't put up points, then there's no point, right? But you could get away with a lot of things if you have a really good defense, right? You don't got to score 30 points a game. You don't got to score 40 points a game. It all depends, right? Um, yeah, he said, "Where's my money?" He said, "Boo, Eric. Now I have to sign up again. My bad, man. You know, I had to make it cheaper, man. Shout out to All Eyes on G, man. Good to see you. Hope all is well. Shout out to Dirty Eric in the building. Brady, a 24 point. Yeah, Brady had a horrible thing. Um, and this is what I gotta say about the Brady situation with the Tampa Bay. I know it's one game, but and I know the run game was horrible. Leonard Fournette was not what he was before. But this is what happens in the NFL. The opposing defense always game plans for you to be one dimensional, right? And if you become one dimensional, you need a quarterback that could deal with one dimensional things, right? You looked at Carr, right? This year specifically. And this kind of leads me to my next news that happened recently with an article that was brought up recently. But with Carr, when we became one dimensional, he didn't look the greatest, right? He had to be forced to pass it. A lot of people were on the same page. It didn't look in sync. So it really cost us a lot of points, right? When we became one dimensional. And that's the thing, right? What I want is a quarterback that when it comes to one dimensional, they could provide, right? And I think that Tom Brady showed his true like a little bit of his true colors. That's Tom Brady with a mediocre offensive line and a mediocre defense and a horrible run game, right? We've never seen it with the Patriots, right? In the Patriots, he had a top 5, top 10 defense a year. He had a good running back room. He got weapons across the board, and he had a really good coach, right? Everything needed to be perfect for him to succeed, right? Now we kind of see it with him with the mediocre, and actually the defense, which actually was top 10 this year, top 15, I believe, at minimum, if I wasn't mistaken. So it kind of give me a glimpse of what can Tom Brady do with the mediocre team, right? And that's exactly what happened. They went 8-9 and got blown out by the Cowboys, right? So that's why I took it as a, would I be opposed to bringing him in? I'm not the biggest Tom Brady fan, right? But if they bring him in, he knows the system, right? You bring a rookie under him, a great veteran to learn under. There's a lot of things. So we'll talk about Tom Brady in a little bit, right? But there's a lot of things that I've seen with the game there, right? And as you see there, y'all, the best way to reach me is my Instagram. Make sure to go follow the Instagram for reminders on the live graphics and more right there, man. Shout out to everybody in here, man. Shout out to Joel E in the building. Jesse Cardenas, what's good, man? Big Worm, what's good? Good to see you guys. Glad to see the nation represented. We never die. Shout out to Dark Atheist, man. Shout out to everybody that is in here so far. So let's talk about this article real quick. Don't need a quarterback. Look at 49ers. Let's spend money on D. Exactly, bro. And that's what I'm saying. And I got a couple people that could really help us, right? So let's talk about this article. There was an article that came out recently that everybody was blowing up. What I don't like about this article is that everybody takes pieces and parts of the article and tries to fit their narrative. At first, I read something and I was like, damn, that's what the article is. But once I read about it, it kind of showed me more of a story, right? There's three sides to every story, right? There's, in this situation, the quarterback story, Carr, there's the coaching story and the organization, and there's the truth. And I think the truth, if you really digest the article, you see that the truth is that they never had chemistry. There was a never chemistry between Carr and Josh McDaniels, and you've seen it from the jump, right? Um, and at that time, a lot of people get it confused. They think that I see some tweets about, oh, Josh McDaniels did something what the other coaches couldn't, and that's, bench Carr and get him out of here. Guys, if you guys didn't realize, Mark Davis was the one that made that decision, right? So there's a lot of false narratives out there that I don't like, and a lot of people try to do what they can to fit their narratives. And with me, I feel like there's more to that article, and I think it makes a lot of sense, right? Whether he was reliable or not, it made total sense, right? What he talked about, everywhere from the team writing for Carr to the team believing in the coach to the team not being frustrated that they lost. Who else wouldn't be frustrated to loss, right? Um, and it kind of sucks that I wanted to move away from it, but it's always gonna be there. And like I said, I kind of accepted the fact that car talk will always be there and will always be there next year. So regardless of what we say about moving on, it's always gonna be there just because this is how the nation is, right? We're not gonna get rid of this car talk until possibly until we win the Super Bowl, right? Um, but here's the thing with it. I think there's a bigger picture than just Carr, than just the organization, than just the coaches, right? I think there's more to the article, right? And what I get from it is that this team was just dysfunctional from the start. And a lot of people weren't in sync, and a lot of people weren't doing the best they could, right? You see a lot of players regress, right? You see a lot of people um fall, right? We went from a positive record of one possession games to a negative record, and that has to do a lot with coaching. Now, the other way is the quarterback play and the organization and Mark Davis, right? Mark Davis is somebody that a lot of people like to defend. And I see a lot of people bashing the guy with the poster. If you guys haven't checked out, there was an interview with For Life Raider Store with him on there, and him and I believe his wife ended up coming there recently. They both talked about what was their backstory of the poster, right? And a lot of people took it as a shot at the organization for benching Carr, right? Because he said bench McDaniels. But in my opinion, I think it was more of we deserve better type deal, right? And I think that Mark Davis gets defended more than anybody else on this team. And a lot of people like to talk about 9 years, the quarterback. But how about we talk about the decade with Mark Davis, right? He's not a football mind. He's a businessman. You see it with the money, and I'll give him a lot of credit for the money, right? Shout out to Raider Twan in the building. But at the end of the day, what I want is a Super Bowl. I don't give a fuck about the WrestleMania in Allegiant Stadium. I don't give a fuck about I don't give a fuck about Bad Bunny in Allegiant Stadium. I don't give a fuck about Rolling Loud in Allegiant Stadium. I don't give a fuck about any of that. What I care about is another ring. What I care about is another Super Bowl. And we haven't won jack shit since the 80s. There's more to it than just the players and just the coaches, and I think that Mark Davis gets defended the most. Mark Davis needs to real and this is the reason why he doesn't fire Josh McDaniels is because he knows that his head would be on a platter if Josh McDaniels fails, and that's why he's giving him more years, right? Stability, stuff like that. For me, I'm not the biggest Josh McDaniels fan, but if there's one thing about Josh McDaniels that I could believe in is that he's a Raider and he's in the silver and black, right? And I support anybody that's in the silver and black. Um, but I am gonna criticize you if you play horrible. And for me, I don't have the biggest faith in Josh McDaniels and Patrick Graham. But if they do good, the Raiders do good. So that's what I want, right? Has Mark Davis' team won a Super Bowl? Never. They haven't even. They only had two winning seasons, right? In over a decade. So, I think that Mark Davis knows that his job could be on the line eventually. I know a lot of people are scared about the Davis family not having the Raiders in their name and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, guys, life is life, right? Life is life, and eventually, people pass away, right? That's just what life is. And Mark Davis doesn't have a son or doesn't have a daughter. And eventually the Davis name will not be in the Raiders. And that's just what the reality of it is. Am I scared? No, because hopefully we get a football mind and we win the thing, right? And hopefully this works out for the long run, right? But that leads me to my next point as far as free agency goes, right? There's a lot of good players out there. I think we should go all out with this with the defense, right? I think there's some offensive players that we could get free agency. If there's one way to boost up this offensive line, it is free agency. So let me just bring up one more news before. So as I told you previously, I do have things coming up, right? I have big things planned for the channel. I have different things coming to the channel. One of them is actually a film. I call it the SC film experience, right? That's pretty much film study, right? I got a lot of R22 film of college, the college scene, and I'm gonna break down a lot of these players in the draft, right? Little by little, probably one time a week till the draft, right? Or maybe two times a week, depending. Let me actually show you the thumbnail, and this is like the template of how the thumbnail is gonna be for every single one. There's gonna be different players every time, right? It's always gonna be a switch of players. The first one will be probably one of the most probably controversial ones in my opinion. And this is the thumbnail for it. As you could see, Will Levis is the first one that's gonna be on the film study. I know a lot of people have different outlooks on him. I'm not the biggest fan of Will Levis, but if there's one thing that I've seen from Will Levis is that the potential that you will if a team drafts him is because of potential, right? Um, so this is the thumbnail and how the template's gonna work for the rest of the film studies I start doing, right? So we will see what happens eventually, right? There's gonna be different ones, right? I'll go quarterback, wide receivers, stuff like that. More defensive players, all of that. For me, I really am big on college football, especially this year. So I'm gonna bring a lot of college football, like I said, to the SC experience. You feel me? So hopefully, you guys enjoy it, right? When I push it out there, right? But who knows, right? Yeah, man, it's been 20 years since last playoff win. It's getting crazy, straight crazy town. This shit gotta end. That's facts. Shout out to Push Poise Pride. What's good, man? I like the profile picture. He said boo boo. Come on, man. He said that's going to be interesting. Yep, SC experience now wax. I mean, oh, come on. And run with it. He said take your idea. Did you see P. Graham in coach for Senior Bowl? Yes, I did see Patrick Graham for the Senior Bowl. And actually, I'm gonna do the Senior Bowl, February 4th, I believe, next month. So that's gonna be something. Shout out to Pharaoh NFL. So let's get straight into it. So the first one on the list is shout out to Raider Swan. What's good with everybody? Um, Tom Brady Tom Brady. Tom Brady is the first one on the list, and this is no order, y'all. Let me be honest, no order. The only order it is by offense to defense, right? Offensive to defense. So the first one on the board is Tom Brady, right? His stats have been he was first in attempts, he was third in yards, right? You see it right there. He was tied for eighth in touchdowns and ninth, and 15 tied for 15 with interceptions, right? The pros of Tom Brady is that he knows the system. He's still been producing a decent amount of numbers, and he's a veteran. He has winner experience, right? His cons is his age. The playoff game showed that he could do with an all right O line and a decent defense. As you seen his play with the mediocre team, right? His contract prediction, if he were to come to the Raiders, it would be 1 year, 26 million, and it would be 26 guaranteed, right? These are just options, right? At the end of the day, these are options, y'all. I'm not saying bring them, because if you ask me what I want a either somebody that knows the system, right? Especially somebody that knows the system, and draft a rookie and have him underneath that veteran quarterback, right? No matter who it is. The only reason why I have Tom Brady is because he would be one of the cheapest options, and at the end of the day, he'll be a 1 year rental, and you'll have a rookie under him, right? But like I said, he's got a lot of cons. His age, the playoff game showed a lot, and it's a lot of things, right? If you get Brady, you crazy. Shout out to Anthony Price. But yeah, so who knows, right? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? The next one, and a lot of people aren't talking about this, the right tackle. I do not want a rookie tackle. I don't want a rookie starting on this offensive line next year. Jawan Taylor from the Jaguars is perfect for this opportunity. I think he's one of the most underrated right tackles in free agency and tackles in general. As you've seen, they beat the Chargers. They came back and won. He had 1,095 snaps. He had 7 penalties, which was tied for 27th, and he had 5 sacks allowed, which was 25th, tied for 25th. So a decent amount, I think a decent stats right there for him. He had his highest grade last year, a major improvement with the 76.4. He allowed 2.5%, which was the third lowest in pressures. Right, he had a 5.2% pressure allowed, which was top 10, so top 10 best in preventing pressure from his position. And his cons, one of his major negative sides is the run blocking. The run blocking is something that I'm a little bit concerned with Jawan Taylor, right? I'm a little bit concerned with Jawan Taylor as far as the run blocking goes, right? For his contract, the reason why I chose him is because he's a cheap option and he's an underrated option and he's pretty damn good, right? Than what we got. He has 3 year. I predict, this is my prediction, a 3 year, $15,756,200 for his contract, which will give him a 5.252 million dollars average salary, which is really good for a right tackle. Somebody that is not old at all. He's actually, if I'm not mistaken, he is 25 years old. He's 25, already putting up top 10 numbers in those significant spots, right? The question is Jacksonville willing to get rid of him? He's a really good tackle, a young guy, 25, entering those prime years, and he's been improving majorly year in and year out, right? So another question is that how would he work in a power system, right? Um, and he comes from a wide zone system, so that is a question. But I think he could do the job, right? His protection, his pass protection for Trevor Lawrence has been tremendous, and his run block has been the only thing to question, right? But Travis Etienne has been doing pretty good back there, right? But the question is, will they get rid of him, right? Another guy, I think we need a guard as well. Ben Powers from the Ravens has been somebody that nobody has been talking about, and I've been surprised, right? He has not allowed a single sack this season in 1,094 snaps, which is tied for 15th. He had no sacks allowed this year, and he ended up back. We'll get to that actually. He had an 86.5 pass blocking grade, and he had zero quarterback. I mean, I think it was one quarterback hit allowed. I think just one quarterback hit allowed, and he only had one penalty as a guard. The Ravens are going through it with money. They have questions. Are we bringing back Lamar Jackson? What are we gonna do? Right. The pros is he is always improving and took a major jump in his pass protecting. Played with the mobile quarterback. Guys, the Ravens have been going through it at the quarterback position. And why I say this is because not only did Lamar Jackson get hurt, but Huntley got hurt in the middle of the season. He played with four different quarterbacks, and all four quarterbacks, he's never allowed a sack. You know, it's easier to sack a mobile quarterback because when you play contain, it kind of makes him, shrivel, kind of like, he tries to be going out of the pocket and ends up getting sacked and ends up running into sacks. And he never allowed a sack from the left guard position. For me, he's a really cheap guy that could produce at a high level. For me, a 3-year, $12 million contract, $4 million a year is perfect for him. He's on his rookie cat contract, so of course he's gonna earn more. But at the same time, I think 3 years, $12 million gets it done. You bring in a guard like Ben Powers that instantly improves your offensive line, and for a cheap price like that, I'm all for it, right? Shout out to Raider Gabe. What's good, Raider Gabe? Good to see you, man. Hope all is well. Shout out to Snoops Hernandez in the building. What's good? We need another center as well for depth. I think they'll bring back what's his name? Messi Nwosu. I forgot his name. I can never say his name. He's on a roster right now. Or Grasu. I think that was his name. Yeah, Grasu, and we all know Dylan Parham played center too. So I think we're good on that depth, right? I think that I'm more concerned about the guard position, especially that right side, right? And with Ben Powers, he could play right guard, left guard, but I think we need guards no matter what. Shout out to OG Fade in the building. But now moving on to D tackle, I think these are one of my favorite players, and these are the guys I'm willing to pay. This is what I would do. Go restructure Chandler Jones' contract. I am not paying Chandler Jones more than $13 million this year, bro. He's taking more than a $13 million cap hit this year for Chandler Jones, if I'm not mistaken. That is horrible. That is horrible. I'm not paying Chandler Jones that much this year, bro. Hell no. He has a $19 million cap hit. Chandler Jones has a $19 million cap hit. Are you drunk? Like, are you drunk? You think I'm going to pay a non-existent Chandler Jones week 1 to week 12 goddamn $19 million? Ooh, you're out of your goddamn mind if you think I'm going to pay $19 million for fucking Chandler Jones. Restructure Chandler Jones, which I think that's what happens. I think Ziegler restructures Chandler Jones. And with that money that you end up allocating from Chandler Jones' contract, you push it for one of the most underrated D tackles in all free agency and in the league, Deron motherfucking Payne. Young, good, Commanders, you feel me? 40th, 40 tackles, 11th for D tackles, 17 assists, which was tied for 15th in D tackles, 12 sacks on the year, and he played without. Guys, this is the crazy thing about it. Chase Young didn't play all year, if I'm not mistaken. So he hardly even had help there. Montez Sweat, yes. And I think Montez Sweat even got hurt too. So for Deron Payne to put up 12 fucking sacks from the D tackle position, you gotta give him a lot of credit, bro. You gotta give him a lot of credit. And shout out to Queen Raiderette in the building. Hope all is well. Good to see you here. Shout out to Raider Gabe in the building. He says Texera and Moreno about to win the belts this weekend. That's a fact, Gabe. That's a fact. That's exactly who I got. That's a fact, bro. Shout out to Philly Sports Talk Podcast. What's good? Good to see you, man. Hope all is well. Yeah, we should get a quarterback and more pass rush, DT, and edge. That's a fact, bro. And yeah, so let's go back to this. He said Milk Carton Jones needs to restructure his contract and hit that weight room. That's a fact, Snoops. That's a fact. No, you're right. Young didn't play till I think week 15 or 16. Yep. And that's what I'm saying. 12 sacks for Deron Payne. And look, he had 95 quarterback pressures from 2021 till now, which is 10th best from a D tackle. So from last year to this year, the guy has 95 quarterback pressures. Hey, Deron Payne, Andrew Billings, Chandler Jones, and Max Crosby. Ooh, Oh my God, that's already a better defensive line. Or Bilal Nichols and Deron Payne. God damn. Now, the pros, one of the best in pass rushing. His run defense is a pro as well. Very versatile guy. His age is a major, major pro. His cons is his contract. Are you willing to pay that money? And for me, fuck yeah. What the fuck? I would rather pay him than pay Chandler Jones, bum ass. But anyways, 3 years, 30. Okay, I'm not gonna call Chandler Jones a bum because he really did good towards the end of the year. So I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. When Tillery came into the picture, he looked better. I think all they needed was a D tackle. So I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. I just don't think Chandler Jones is worth 19 million. But I do think that Deron Payne will make that defensive line a lot better, and it'll make it easier for Max Crosby and Chandler Jones to get around the edge. Now, my contract prediction for Deron Payne is 3 years, 39,456,254, meaning he will average around 13.152 million a year. So around 13 million, right? For me, I know his market value is 19 million, but you could easily bring that down when you pitch in a lot of things like, oh, you're gonna play with Max Crosby, you're gonna play with Chandler Jones. We're building something over here, stuff like that, and other things. And I think that Deron Payne knows that he's worth a top 10 contract, right? And 13 million will put him in the top 10 in D tackles paid. So I think he deserves a top 10. So I'm off for Deron Payne coming, right? Shout out to Chaos Raider. Chandler Jones retires. We will have more cap space. Hey, we'll see, right? If you guys can, please hit that like button, man. Please hit that like button. We got 50 people in here, man. If you guys can, hit that like button. Subscribe if you are new to the channel, man. Shout out to Raider Goon ticket holder, man. Good to see your brother. Hope all as well. Shout out to all you guys that are coming in, man. I appreciate you guys, man. Daniel, Chaos, Willie Wayne, Raider Goon, Queen. It's good to see all of you guys, man. Blessings to you guys. I appreciate you guys for being here. I think Chandler will restructure if it assures us getting the defense better. But if we bullshit around this offseason, he's saying fuck that. That's exactly right, Raider Gabe. Next on my list, Tremaine Edmonds. I think we need a linebacker. Everybody agree? 77 tackles right here, tied for 36, right? 24 assist tackles, 39, and 1 interception, 15. He's one of and the reason why you say, why does Tremaine Edmonds not in the top 20 in any of those categories? Why does he only have 1 interception? Well, to give you a little bit of insight on Tremaine Edmonds, they hate passing the ball by him. Why? Because he's one of the best coverage linebackers in the league. The Bills are going through a little bit of a salary cap little deficit, right? He has an 86.9 coverage grade as a linebacker. That is way better than whatever the fuck we got, right? His pro is also tackling. He hardly misses a tackle when they come at his way. His cons is his contract. When I say his contract, because it's gonna cost you a hefty money, right? How much do you want to pay a linebacker? For him, 4 years, 41,456,879. For me, that's the contract prediction I have for him. That means 10.364 on average salary there per year. 10 million a year. I think I'm all for that. I think that they were gonna give that to Denzel Perryman before he was even hurt, to be honest. So might as well give it to somebody that is arguably better, in my opinion. So even though Denzel Perryman is a fucking beast, I think Denzel Perryman is better at tackling than Tremaine Edmonds, but better at tackle for losses. But Tremaine Edmonds is way better in coverage. Shout out to Raider Way. But just imagine this, right? Deron Payne, Bilal Nichols, Chandler Jones, Max Crosby, Tremaine Edmonds, Denzel Perryman. How do you guys like that, right? They like running 2 linebackers, right? 2 inside linebackers in Patrick Graham's system. Imagine Tremaine Edmonds and Denzel Perryman, right? But the problem is Buffalo. Is Buffalo going to do everything they can to retain him, right? Like Terrence said, Emmett stays in Buffalo. It's a big possibility that he could stay in Buffalo. But Buffalo's going through cap space. Who are they releasing, and who are they willing to give up? At the end of the day, Terrence, and you'll see. I don't have somebody. I don't think I have this guy on my list. I don't remember because I made it a couple days ago. Actually, I don't. So Jordan Poyer, right? They have Jordan Poyer as a free agent. Tremaine Edmonds. Why did I? Oh my god, let me go back to this. Give me a second. Oh my god, why is it not working? Hold on, give me a second. Let me fix this. Why is it not doing it? Okay, there we go. Here, let me bring it back up. Um, for me, I think they're gonna base it on who are they willing to get released. Because for me, when you really look at the cap space situation, I don't think they could retain both of them. I don't think Tremaine Edmonds and Jordan Poole will both come back. Right? They're big money talent in their significant position. Um, for me, I just feel like I just feel like for Buffalo, the only way they'll retain him is if it's a a Tampa Bay situation where they won the Super Bowl and everybody wants to come back for a cheap price. Just the question is, what does Tremaine Edmonds and Jordan Poole do? They want to get paid or do they want to come back to the Bills if they win? Right. That's all questions that will be answered later on, right? When we go through the offseason. We're gonna have to build through the draft though. Yes, we'll talk about the draft later on, right? A little early preview soon. But I'll talk about a little bit of the draft after this. So here we go. So that's Tremaine Edmonds. Now, somebody that a lot of people haven't been talking about is the cornerback from the Bucks. The Bucks are going through cap hell. Their organization is becoming shit right now. Um, Jamal Dean, cornerback. And like I said, these guys that I choose are people that could come in, make an impact, can make the defense better, and doesn't cost you too much. At the end of the day, I think of it as a Ziegler mindset. The Ziegler mindset is not paying people 30 million a year, right? Unless you're the quarterback, right? So Jamal Dean, 2 interceptions, 44 tackles for the season, 68th in targets, and 34th in receptions allowed. He's one of the best when physical, and that's exactly what we need in this thing, right? For 3 straight years, he's had a 75 plus coverage grade, which is really damn good for a corner. So consistently, he's been good covering, right? Um, and speaking of the Bucks, Snoops, yes, linebacker Levante David. The only thing that's keeping me from Levante David is that he will cost you a price and his age. I believe he's 32. And I want somebody that's younger that could do the same thing, right? Tremaine Edmonds is younger. He will be arguably paid the same way as Levante David. And in my opinion, I think that I would want to go younger, right? But if you some way somehow could pull off somebody like Levante David and Tremaine Edmonds, that would be crazy if you could pull that off, right? But that's some Madden League shit, right? Shout out to Cool Kev. But if they bring in Levante David, I would not be mad at all. I would not be mad at all, right? Um, so his cons is that aggressiveness as well. That could bite him in the ass. Sometimes he's too aggressive. Sometimes he bites in too much, and sometimes he blows covers, right? But for him to have a 75 plus coverage grade on a consistent basis the last 3 years shows me, and when you really see him play, is that he has been consistently good at covering his opponents. Then for me, he's a cheap option, right? 3 years, $24.5 million, which would be 8 million average, right? 8 million average for a year, and I'm not for it. I think that we this year kind of showed us that hey, put Nate Hobbs back in the slot. Just imagine Rocky Yassin, Jamal Dean, Nate Hobbs, and then a Meek backing him up, Sam Webb, and whichever rookie we draft, right? It's just you got to get somebody that could the do how do I say this? That could do the job, right? Um, but yeah. Let me see. David only coming if Brady comes. He's trying to stay a buck for life. Hey, we'll see. We'll see. Hey, it's always a possibility, right? Let me see. Let me see. Shout out to everybody that's here. Shout out to JB. What's good, JB? Good to see you. So 3 years, 24.5 million for me, man. I think that's a reasonable price for Jamal Dean. And then the only safety I have on the board, right? I went one player each significant position that we need. Somebody that a lot of people are talking about. A lot of people are talking about the Jesse Bates of the world and the Jordan Poyers, right? But they cost money. Now, when I think of a safety, I think of somebody that could cover and cause takeaways, right? Somebody that could play the part, right? Chauncey Gardner Johnson from the Eagles is exactly what he was an ex-Saint. He was a slot corner for the Saints. He switched to safety with the Eagles, and as you could see, he has been missing. He has an injury history, and I think that's what brings down his price a lot. And he could even be cheaper than what I even put up there in the contract prediction. Um, with Chauncey Gardner, he's coming back for the playoffs, so we're gonna see a little bit of him in the playoff atmosphere. We've seen him before, but we're gonna see him again. They play the Giants this week, so that's something to look forward to. Um, Chauncey Gardner Johnson is somebody that I would take a part for this. And let me just remind y'all, as you can see for the title, early free agency preview. This is early, right? There's a lot of things of who's gonna resign. Um, what are they going to say in press conferences? Who would they want to go return or not? This is just an early preview before we get to the actual good stuff, right? Once it comes into the deadlines and stuff like that. But for me, Chauncey Gardner Johnson is somebody that I would take for sure, right? His versatility, he led the league in interceptions, and his injury history has been a con, and his ability to be switching positions. He could play both parts, right? But if we need him to play in that slot corner role for some reason, can he go back to it, right? But for me, having him and Deron Harmon paired up, man, I'll bring Deron Harmon back. Two people that could take away the ball. That's a beautiful backfield, right? 3 years, 35 and around a half million, 11 and a half, around 11 and a half, right there, 11,899,000 average salary per year. But you could easily get a Jordan Poyer, Jesse Bates. It's just that you can't get all these guys, right? For me, um, I did a little bit of the math, and what we can do is get Deron Payne. What we can do is get Tremaine Edmonds, and we could get somebody like Chauncey Gardner, all three of them, and re-sign a couple players on defense with the money we got allocated. And you could get those two, the tackle I talked about, Jawan Taylor and Ben Powers, and a quarterback with all that money. And you may say, where's the money even? Where's the money you even been? Where's the money coming from? Well, as you could see, when you restructure Chandler Jones and Derek Carr's money's off the books, you have quite a lot of money. I'm not saying we don't have 170 million. Let me remind everybody, we don't have 170 million. But the way Ziegler worked the contracts last year kind of showed me that he likes to back it up a lot and pause on that, right? What I mean is, he said he said, bro, you've been working out, your jaw look good, shizzle. Nah. Shout out to ECG, man. What's good? Good to see you. Shout out to D-Buck. How about at the head coach position? That's what we desperately need. The most outside of the new owner, of course. Hey, D-Buck, I wish it was that easy. But they're keeping, at the end of the day, they're keeping Josh McDaniels, bro. And as much as I don't got that much faith, I have to have faith because if he does good, the Raiders do good. And I don't have the biggest trust. I wasn't a big Josh McDaniels fan when he came, but at the end of the day, Mark Davis made it clear that he's staying. So we kind of have to accept it, which sucks that we have to accept it. But he's a Raider at the end of the day. So, you know, regardless of how I feel about him, shit, he's staying, man, for another year. So hopefully he could do it with what we got. On paper, a perfect offseason is in the making. Now, we said that about this team in the offseason. We said we have a perfect offseason last year, and we had a perfect on paper team. And exactly what happened that I was praising in the offseason. I said this on a consistent basis. It looks really good on paper. There's no doubt in my mind that we were supposed to be a double digit win team. Now, you look at what happened this season. Exactly on paper, not on the field. So that's why I always say on paper, because on paper is way different than on the field. I'm just glad that the Chargers choked. I don't know how about you guys feel, but like I said, the Chargers always choke. They always been the chokers. They're the only team in the NFL to have a number one offense and a number one defense a couple years back, a decade ago, and not even make the playoffs. So as you can see, they've been cursed for a very long fucking time. Why? Because they're just chokers. They're just chokers. Which it looks like they're keeping Brandon Staley because they fired their offensive coordinator and they fired their quarterback coach. You would think that they would fire Brandon Staley first. No, they did it. So that is good news for us. They're still keeping that bum of a coach and Brandon Staley. Good job, Chargers. Even though you made the playoffs and we didn't, you're still the joke of the AFC West. Congratulations. Thumbs up for you. Keep doing your thing. You're helping us out. Keep doing your thing. And now, not only do you have a lot of contracts that you need to unload, but your dumbasses went all out this year to try to win the Super Bowl. You went to go get J.C. Jackson. You went to go get Khalil Mack. And what happened? It feels good. Even though we had a shitty season, like, I'm not one to talk because we had a shitty season. But at the same time, like, the Chargers were put on a pedestal more than the Raiders. And exactly what we've been seeing is that they choked. Now I just hope the Chiefs get smacked. They're probably not gonna get smacked because it's Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. But if there's one thing for sure, the Bills are coming for revenge. The Bills, the Buffalo Bills. So the Buffalo Bills better fucking bring their A game to Kansas City. Um, I don't see the Jaguars beating Kansas City, but hey, if the Jaguars could beat Kansas City, I'm all for it. I am all for it. Um, we look good on paper and players. Do you think it was coaching that failed? Snoops, yes. I think there was a lot of things, right? A lot of players regressed. We were positive in one possession games last year, but now we're not. How do you go from a team that was win like 7-2 in one possession games last year, and now you add more talent to this team, and then you go 1-2? What was it? 2-8? How what was it, y'all? Give me the exact number. Who don't like a choker? Come on, Twan. Shout out to Twan. Um, but yeah, I do think coaching had a lot to do with this year. But as we know, the quarterback play wasn't the best as well. But they never were in sync. So in my opinion, I just feel like the coaching staff really fucked up a lot of the players. A lot of players did have talent, right? In the offseason, everybody. I haven't even seen one person in the offseason say that we were gonna have a shit season. Everybody said that we were gonna have a good season, that we had a lot of talent across the board, and even on the defense that Patrick Graham being brought a lot of his guys. And then now that it didn't work, a lot of people want to say that Patrick Graham didn't have his guys. So see how people change their little thing. Like, that's the only reason why I don't really care that much about what people say, because sometimes I'm like, bro, in the off season you were preaching this, but now that it didn't work out, it's a whole different story. Like, bro, can we see the common problem to all this shit? like, like we keep giving contracts to horrible coaches, coaches that don't have a good resume. Like, overall, this whole team is at fault. Like I always said, this whole team's at fault. The players, the missed tackles, the misreads, the not being in sync, not communicating. That's all the players. Uh, the the leadership, the motivation, all that is the coaching. So the adjustments, the coaching. So both sides play a part. Both sides play a part. So just like when Wayne said the failure was the players and coaching and bad play calling, everything was in sync, right? I said the same thing. Eric, nobody was saying these things before the season. That's what I'm saying. Like, guys, these defensive players that they brought in have talent. Guys, before they were a Raider, they had talent. Jayon Brown, for the last 5 years in his career, has been one of the best top 10 coverage linebacker in the league. The last 5 years, why out of a sudden he's playing like shit? Diablo, one of the best young talents on our team, played absolutely shit. Could be because he switched positions, right? Jonathan Abrams, somebody that Patrick Graham was raving about in the offseason, didn't fit the system out of a sudden. Jonathan, can we talk about how many players are in the playoffs that are making plays? Not only did John Simpson have a good game, Jonathan Hankins got a sack on Tom Brady. Who else am I missing? Oh my god, I'm missing players. How am I? Zay Jones. Zay fucking Jones. How about Zay Jones, huh? God, I'm sorry, Zay Jones. Shit, show me something. Maybe you were worth that money, maybe. Or maybe you weren't. But at the end of the day, you balling out, boy. You balling out for Jacksonville. I'll give you that. I will give you that. I mean, shit. Can we name all of them? I mean, who else did we get rid of this year that started prospering? I mean, Arden Key. I mean, he's gone. I mean, he's in the playoffs. The Niners, they got him. Whatever. Trying to think. Lester Cotton did start for the Dolphins, even though they lost. With them without Tua making it that close of a game is crazy. Imagine Zay and Tate together. What could have been? I know. Zay Jones played his card right. He took his money, and he's on a playoff team, a playoff winning team. This shit is crazy, bro. This shit always happens to us, though, man. This shit always. Everybody. Willie Wayne Leatherwood helped them get a first round pick, a top 5 pick, a top 3 pick. But people always leave. No, okay, yeah. Arden Key's on the Jags. Who's the one on the Niners? Let me see. Niners. Who's the one on the Niners, bro? It's leaving my mind. Wait, is he not on the Niners no more? Oh, wait. Now, yeah, that's where I'm getting mixed up, I think. That's where I'm getting mixed up, I think. Yeah, that's where I'm getting mixed up. Arden Key played for them last year. Yep. You're right. You're totally right. All you guys are right. All of you guys are right. That's where I'm getting mistaken. Arden Key played with the Niners last year. Now he's on the Jags this year. So back-to-back playoff. Shout out to Michael Guerrero in the building. MG was good. Good to see you. Shout out to Spicy Raider in the building. What up, Spicy? Hope all is well. Shout out to everybody that's in here, man. Shout out to Ruben Russ. We did not look good on paper. We had superstars and below average players. We have no young talent role players. All our picks were busy to the last 3 years, except 5 of them. We did look good on paper, and this is why I'll tell you, right? Trayvon Merrick was one of the best coverage safeties last year. Nate Hobbs was getting raved about how he's versatile and one of the best coverage slot corners last year. We raved about Rock Ya-Sin being one of the best man coverage corners. Anthony Everett being one of the most underrated youngest talent. Jayon Brown, top 5 in coverage in the last 5 years. Denzel Perryman coming into his own. We talked about which Denzel Perryman didn't come from this regime, so I'm going to skip that one. Chandler Jones, a Hall of Famer, believe it or not, a Hall of Famer. And he jumped off the goddamn bus type deal, right? All these guys that they brought in, and Billings, and I could go on and on, right? All these guys have talent. It just didn't work, right? Isn't Hurst in the Niners? I think so. I think so. Hobbs needs to go back in the slot. That's what I'm saying. Slot is his best bet. I've been saying this, bro. He's not an outside corner, bro. He's not an outside corner. He's not. Oh, he's on the IR. Maurice Hurst is on the IR. But back to what I was saying. Hobbs in Illinois, if you watch his college tape, he was horrible on the outside. Horrible. And now you see it. Bring him into the slot where he's best at. His slot is best at. Shout out to Pyro in the building. What up, Pyro? Good to see you. Hope all is well. But slot corner for Nate Hobbs. Let me actually. Where the fuck is? There we go. Shout out to Pyro in the building. With what you said, you look at as an outside corner with Rock Ya-Sin if we sign him back. Yes, outside with Rock Ya-Sin, and then you go get a Jamal Dean. Jalen Ramsey has been a talk of the town, right? Recently, Jalen Ramsey. Which shout out to let me see. Ben, he was earlier. He had a live based on Jalen Ramsey. Jalen Ramsey is an interesting topic, right? And let me make sure I got the numbers right for Jalen Ramsey. The problem with Jalen Ramsey is his contract. Are you willing to pay that much for Jalen Ramsey? I think you could easily restructure that contract, especially with the season he had this year. I think a third and a fifth gets in. And some of you guys will say, SC, you're out of your fucking mind if you think the Rams are going to take a third and fifth. Well, let me tell you 2 things. If you force them, and you look at his production last year, it's all about what have you done for me recently. And recently, Jalen Ramsey has still been good, but not how as he was before. And that has a lot to do with the beat up defensive line, a beat up defense in general. So now you think of Jalen Ramsey, right? This is what you say, right? You play your cards right. Rams, you went all out. You gave away all your picks. You have no fucking first round picks. You won a Super Bowl. You're bringing back Stafford. You don't know what the fuck you're gonna do. Your best defensive player is about to retire in Aaron Donald. Now you want those cap space off the books. Well, I'll give you a third and fifth, and we pay half his contract, and you pay the other half still, because we're not willing to get the whole contract. But if you talk to Jalen Ramsey and we talk to Jalen Ramsey and we restructure that and we come up with a new contract, we will give you a higher pick as a second round pick for you. That's how you negotiate that shit. If they say no, okay, shit. Here's my card. Here's my number. I'm Dave Ziegler. My name is Ziegler. You already know who I am. Here is my card. Call me if you change your mind. It ain't gonna do us any bad. It's gonna do them bad. It gonna do them bad. Those sorry ass. Now, the problem is they'll probably get more for Jalen Ramsey because there's a lot of dumb idiots out there in organizations that will be hungry for a guy like Jalen Ramsey. Um, People with a lot of cap space, the Colts, for example, the Lions, and I see somebody put it in the chat right now. The Lions could give more. Now, just saying Ramsey can't go for a third. If there's something I know about trades is that once you trade a player already once, his value goes down depending on how his play was. And his play was not first round worthy last year. So at the end of the day, the Rams need a. Oh, I forgot you're a Rams fan. You know you're in cap hell, right? The cap hell is going to bust your ass if you don't get shit off the books. You're bringing back Stafford. You need to be able to get rid of Ramsey. And if nobody's going to give you a first round, but if they do give you a first round, hey, good for you. Good for you, right? But like I said, I'd rather go the free agency route. There's people that are cheaper and that wouldn't cost you too much and not cost you draft capital. In my opinion, Jamal Dean, like I said, Fabio Moreau, somebody else. Bring back Rock Ya-Sin, of course. Marcus Peters, I'm kind of on the fence with him. It's like, it's kind of like, you know. But there's a lot of corners out there. Let me actually here. Let me see. James Bradbury. I know a lot of people on James Bradbury. I mean, Jonathan Jones, Cam Sutton. Cam Sutton is the other guy I forgot to mention. Cam Sutton is another underrated guy that you could get for cheap price. And at the end of the day, Cam Sutton is young still. 27 years old for Cam Sutton. So those are a couple guys I would go. I would go free agency route, in my opinion, though. Everything that you said has talent was brought in from another team. If they were that talented, they wouldn't have let them go. We can't be a good roster if we don't draft well. Wait, let me repeat that. Everything that you said has talent was brought in from another team. If they were that talented, they wouldn't have let them go. We can't be a good roster if we don't draft well. Well, I mean, the people they let go are in the playoffs making plays. So was it them or was it us? It falls on coaching. It falls on coaching for a lot of these players to regress. If there was like one or two people regressing, I would have been like, okay. I would have been like, okay. It's more of the players. But more than 5 people are regressing on the team. Don't you think for a little bit it's like, why are all these players regressing? Right? You know, that's just my take on it. Like I said, at the end of the day, we're gonna bring talent no matter what this offseason. So we'll see what happens. If you guys can hit that like button, man, let me actually check where we're at. We're at 33 likes. There's more than 50 people in here, man. If you guys can't hit that like button, let's get to 50 likes. Bradbury and Sutton would be number 1, number 2. Move Rock to the third corner spot. No, because that would cost you more money on the cornerback position. I think that you could do it with Sutton and Rock Ya-Sin and Nate Hobbs in the slot. That would be your best bet. And what is your thought on the quarterback situation? It's an interesting topic with quarterback situation, right? Some people say Tom Brady and the rookie, right? I said that's probably the best bet. As much as I don't want Tom Brady, there's just, I mean, Jarrett Stidham. What you couldn't do is bring back Jarrett Stidham, have him start, have Garbers and draft the quarterback again and have them fight for the quarterback position. Have Jarrett Stidham start and have a beast ass defense, a really good offensive line, all the weapons stay healthy, and you'll be good. You'll be good enough to at least win games. But the problem is that how far can Stidham take you? How far can a quarterback like a rookie's take you, right? And the question is up in the air. We don't know until he plays on the field, right? Played really good against the Niners, but once they got film on him, they started, the Chiefs found out. So, um, there's a lot of situations you could do. Veteran, rookie, Tom Brady, rookie, or just rookie. In my opinion, I don't want a rookie starting day one. I do not want a rookie starting day one. I don't know about y'all, but I do not want a rookie starting day one at all. Why? Because no. Just no. I do not want a rookie starting day one. So, for me, it's more of a veteran rookie or veteran rookie, in my opinion. Let me see. Let me see. Shout out to the 60 people in here, man. I appreciate you guys, man. If you guys can't hit that like button, shout out to Alfredo in the building. Was good. At the end of the day, t-shirt this summer. At the end of the day. Shout out to Holly Tanner. What up, sis? Hope all is well. Shout out to North Carolina Jesse dropping the links and Terrence, man, dropping the links. If you're new to subscribe to the SC Experience, right there, smack that bell notification and stack them up. Hit them like buttons, man. You already know what it is, man. And also follow my Instagram there for more live, when I go live, graphics and more there. Like Hondo said, in 2023 are as inconsistent as 2022 was. The Ziegler and McDaniels are out of here. No, exactly right. Carr's doing cartwheels um to the LV airport. He's so happy to get away from McDummy. God damn. He said if Brady comes, the rest better help us. Rodgers taking a pay cut. Oh hell no. He's one of the most selfish players. He's one of the most selfish players in all the NFL. We already had a rookie starting day one. Who? Who are you talking about? I'm confused. Anyways, so so let's talk about. I'm confused. Wait, I think he's making a joke of something. I probably didn't get the joke. Oh, if Rodgers were to take a pay cut. I mean, if he were to take a pay cut, then I mean, I don't know. I don't know with Rodgers. It might be on. Oh, Carr started as a rookie. Yeah, he did. He did. He beat out Schaub, right? He beat out Schaub. If I'm not mistaken. Was it Schaub? I don't remember. Who did he beat out? I totally forgot who he beat out. Yeah, he was competing. Competing. He did that competing. And that was, to be honest, at that year there wasn't that much competition in 2014. So I mean, if you go rookie, hey, yeah, I am right. Okay, if a rookie comes in, right, it depends where you go in the draft, right. There's three quarterbacks that are probably gonna go in the top 10, right. As much as I disagree with one of them, you got C.J. Stroud. You got Bryce Young. That I think the Bryce Young is the best quarterback in the now looking at it. Bryce Young is the best quarterback in the thing, or Will Levis. Now, do I agree on getting a rookie quarterback? No, but if they do go that route, I'm not the biggest fan of Will Levis. This is the difference between the three quarterbacks, right? Bryce Young's size is a question, right? He's got like Kyler Murray size, right? But he can sling the ball, and he's a day one starter. C.J. Stroud, very mobile, arm strength, accuracy is all there. Also, he is a guy that could start day one. Well, Will Levis, if you draft Will Levis, no matter what team he goes to, you're drafting potential. He's one of those quarterbacks that has potential. When I think of potential quarterbacks, I think of players like, how do I say this? Baker Mayfield, Sam Darnold. And the reason why is because when you go back to when Baker Mayfield and Sam Darnold, both of them were in the draft process. Especially I'm very familiar with Sam Darnold. He played for USC. A lot of his pros was that his arm strength, his ability to maneuver in the pocket, and his big body, and that he has all the potential in the world. That's exactly what Will Levis's pros pros are. Now, you wonder why people like Baker Mayfield and Sam Darnold got taken ahead of people like Patrick Mahomes, people like Josh Allen, people like all these different quarterbacks. Why? Because of potential. Some, because when the potential gets hit, you hit on it and you look like the best GM in the world. But if that potential doesn't hit, you look like the biggest idiots. And it's kind of like the Cleveland Browns, right? So it's a potential thing. Will Levis is exactly that. You're banking on potential. His potential is Josh Allen, believe it or not. I don't see it, but that's his potential, right? Because he's got the same tangibles that Josh Allen has. The difference between Josh Allen and Will Levis is that Will Levis makes a lot of mental mistakes. And what I mean is his how do I say this? His decision making is not there. And that's a huge problem for me for a person to start day one. Now, a pro from Will Levis is that he's had two previous coaches in Kentucky that were ex NFL coaches. So, in my opinion, that's what's keeping him. How do I say this? That's what's keeping him up there at top because he's worked with NFL coaches, right? His last two coaches have been NFL coaches in Kentucky. So, it's a lot of up in the air, you know. So, as much as I disagree with it, I think five quarterbacks could get taken in the first round, believe it or not. I think AR-15. I think Will Levis. I think CJ Stroud, Bryce Young, and trying to think. Actually, I think four quarterbacks will go in the first round. Now thinking about it. And that's what I'm saying, Cool Kev. He's a potential quarterback, Cool Kev. And he needs to sit behind somebody, in my opinion. And that's exactly what I've been saying. Levis has to develop maybe 2 years. I think 1 year under the right veteran and the right coaches gets him right. Now, are we the team to do that? If you get somebody like if you keep Stidham or if you bring in Tom Brady, or you bring in Jacoby Brissett, you bring in somebody that knows the system, Jimmy Garoppolo, you bring in Mac Jones, somebody having Levis under him will really help him. But then there's teams like the Lions, there's teams like the Colts, there's teams like the Houston Texans. These are all teams that need a quarterback that pick ahead of us. All teams that need a quarterback. So at that point, I personally wouldn't go with the seventh round pick with them. I'm a big fan of Christian Gonzalez at the seventh pick, y'all. And I know people would be like, a cornerback in the seventh pick. What are you even saying? Hear me out. I think Jalen Carter's out of the board at this point. Will Levis is out of the board. I'm not going off at the tackle. Christian Gonzalez and Clark Phillips are, in my opinion, both from the Pac-12, of course, and I think are the two best corners in this whole draft. Better than Kelly Ringo. And why I say that is because Kelly Ringo has shown a lot of faults. Christian Gonzalez has everything that an NFL cornerback needs. 6'2", big body, physical, ball hawking skills, coverage skills. That's everything you need in a Christian Gonzalez, in a cornerback in the NFL. But another name that has been revolving door has been Tyree Wilson. I like Tyree Wilson a lot. I just don't like him at the seventh position. Another Brian Brees. Jalen Carter could get there. Will Anderson may be because a lot of people there. But I know a lot of people don't like corners in the seventh pick. It just depends, right? It depends who's on the board. I really like Christian Gonzalez. But I think regardless if the Raiders don't pick him or not, I think Christian Gonzalez is the top 10 pick. Shout out to the Raider Room in the building. What's good, Raider Room? Good to see you. He's an SC. You know what Paramit's market value is? Spot Track doesn't have it right now. I think they're trying to calculate it because of the injury he had. I believe last year it was like a $10 million to $15 million re-sign. In my opinion, I think that it's lower than that now with the injury. So I would say around 7 to 8, maybe 9 maximum for me. I think would be his market value. Allen did have 21 interceptions in 2 years and only 56 completion coming out of college. I think coaching Maz DeBoer is looking great at developing quarterbacks. Exactly, Jerader. Patrick Mahomes wasn't Patrick Mahomes in the beginning. Josh Allen wasn't Josh Allen in the beginning, right? All these different quarterbacks and everybody in the NFC playoffs, in the NFC side, is not a first round pick. Guys, all the quarterbacks in the NFC are not first round picks, guys. At all. On the AFC, it's a whole different story. It's a whole different story. On the AFC, Josh Allen was the first pick. Patrick Mahomes was the first pick. You know, all those quarterbacks were first pick. So you could pick you could pick your poison with that. Joe Burrow was the first pick. So on the NFC side, not everybody was the first pick. On the AFC side, a lot of people were the first pick. So it's just a whole, you know. But I do like the bow. The Giants won. You gotta give them a lot of credit, bro. Um, Saludos, dice Mexico City, mi gran amigo SC Experience, el mejor en vivo, del mejor equipo del mundo, los grandosos Raiders. Es un gusto estar aquí. I appreciate you, Jaime. Uh, buenas suertes. I appreciate you coming on, man. Means a lot to me. Blessings. And he said, fuck Merrick. God damn. How you guys feel about Trayvon Merrick? This has been a player that has been, a lot of people want him out. I want to see your guys' insight. What would you guys want to do with Merrick? I'll give you my insight once I see some, what you guys would do with Merrick. How do you guys feel like Merrick? Do you guys want to keep him, release him, give him another year? What would you guys want to do with Merrick? Merrick is something that, you know. Oh, you didn't know that, Terrence? Yeah, Josh Allen was the first pick. He was in the top 10. He came out of, no. Was it Wyoming? Was he the one that came out of Wyoming? Yeah, I think it was him that came out of Wyoming, if I'm not mistaken. Or was that Patrick Mahomes? No. No, it was Josh Allen from Wyoming. He said keep him. It was 2 years and a rookie deal. God damn. Let me see. Trade him. Morg plays soft, no pause. God damn. Trade Merrick for a half-eaten spam sandwich. God damn. Oh, top 10 pick. Oh, wait. I just got that. Oh, shit. Don't even. Fuck. You know what that means? We're getting Josh Allen this year. No, I'm just kidding. I don't like him. He could not catch interception, and he is not too aggressive. Okay. So a lot of people want to get rid of him. Mahomes was Texas Tech. Yep. Morg stays as well as Diablo. We need to see them develop. They have the size and the potential. Okay. Not feel trade him. I would keep him for depth, but here's the thing. Merrick, when he was at TCU, he played a single high system, right? I believe they ran some cover 3, some cover 1, a lot of single high safety, and that's why it worked with Gus Bradley in the cover 3. And in my opinion, I think that I would give him 1 year because at the end of the day, he doesn't cost a lot. He's on his rookie contract, right? I'll give him 1 more year. If he doesn't work out, do something with it. See, I would just have him for depth because he's a cheap, guys. He's on his rookie contract. So I'll give him 1 more year in this system. And if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out, right? He'll still be on a rookie contract and somebody will gladly take him in his 4th year, right? So I give Graham the benefit of the doubt because of the lack of talent on D and lack of depth, along with injuries to key players like Knobs, Chandler Perriman. And you see the injuries kind of took a toll on a lot of these guys, and it sucks, right? And of course, as you've seen, Mark Davis gave him the benefit of doubt. Josh McDaniels gave him the benefit of doubt. He's coaching the Senior Bowl, right? and of course he's coming back for another year. So some people said that he was going to be head coach. Even I said he was going to be a head coach for this year, this following year coming in, right? The year this offseason. Hello, 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 hello. Okay, there we go, there we go. Sorry, my mic kind of cut off. But Diablo's not good either. Tired of hoping guys pan out. Yeah, for me, Diablo, I have less confidence than Trayvon Merrick. I don't really like Diablo like that. I never liked him. I think that switch really fucked him up. But in my opinion, I think that you know, let me exit out of this real quick. Can't cut these guys. They have time on their side. Yeah, yeah. They're a lot of them are on rookie contracts. So or just sins on a rookie contract, which actually is just ending, so you could resign him. I think Anthony Avert is also a free agent, if I'm not mistaken. And Mick Robertson's on his rookie contract. Sam Webb. Remember, we re-signed Tyler Hall. Actually, I completely forgot about that. Tyler Hall actually was playing pretty damn good, and he got a 1 year extension. So we're keeping him another year. So I would draft a rookie and get a veteran rookie corner. I mean, a veteran rookie corner. I would get a veteran corner and a rookie corner. And you got your secondary. Oh, and a veteran safety. And then veteran linebacker, veteran DT, and you got yourself a defense, in my opinion. He said no, just means that I took some edibles. Let me see. Let me see. I don't like him. He cannot. Oh wait, I already read that. Mork stays as well as Diablo. We need to see them develop. They have the size and the potential. Yeah, I like Tyler Hall over Webb. I do too. I think Webb got a lot of things to develop, but Tyler Hall has been one of those guys that kind of surprised me, and that's why he got the 1 year extension. Like Ziegler always preached, if you play good, you're gonna get extended. That's just how it is. They said that about Max Crosby. They said if you show potential, if you're coming here and working, if you want to be a Raider, you're gonna get extension. And shout out to Jesse, like you see, man. Hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, and welcome to the S Experience. You feel me? What are we at? Actually, how many likes are we at? Let me see. Let me see. Let's get those likes up. Let's get those likes up. Let me see. Let me see. We're at 45. We got 60 people in here, man. If we can, at least let's hit 50. Let's hit 50 likes, man. And if you want to become a member, as you can see here, exclamation mark membership right here. Support the channel, become a member, man. There's only one tier, like I said, man. Get the emoji, support the channel if you want. I'll greatly, greatly appreciate it. Webb doesn't turn his hips too wide and gets him burnt. And I think that's been one of his problems. And I think that hip injury he encountered earlier in the season kind of fucked him up, Daniel, in my opinion. It fucked him up a little. Oh wait, I thought you were talking about Merrick. My bad. Completely off. As you can see, I need to wake the hell up. Webb doesn't turn his hips. Webb has a lot of potential because he's an undrafted free rookie, right? An undrafted rookie. In my opinion, I do think that you keep him for depth, see if he can learn, right? But having him as a sixth, seventh corner, I'm all for it, right? A sixth, seventh corner is fine by me, right? At least as long as he doesn't start. And then on top of that, let me just go back to the other thing because I was mistaken. Merrick is the same way, right? His change of direction has fall a little bit, and you can see it based on his hip injury, kind of fucked him up a little. So with Merrick earlier that I was talking about, Merrick's another guy that I would just keep 1 more year because he's on a rookie contract and his depth. And you see what happens, right? What happens to Carr? No potential for extension. So he said, "Wake the hell up! It's 3:18 p.m. I've had a busy morning." Anyways, actually, I got this. I don't know if you guys seen this. I was passing by like a Jack in the Box, and I seen this on like their front. Like I wasn't gonna get anything. I was just gonna go home, but I seen right there in the front. It said like Red Bull infusion, so it has a Red Bull in here. I don't know what they mix it with. It's like Red Bull, and then it's something else. But if you guys haven't tried it, if you guys like energy drink, I would tell you guys to get it. This is my first time trying it. It's pretty damn good. So, I mean, hey, Red Bull infusion. You feel me? He said my brain is fried too, and I'm barely half through the day. Facts. um, but yeah, so extension, no potential for extension. Not with us. He's gone. But two things: he could get traded, or he could get released. He said, "Be careful." I see that's a heart attack special. I'm good right now. That's why I'm taking it easy. I bought this like I would say a good hour and a half ago. It's still there, so I'm taking a little by little. You feel me? I'm not drinking it all at once because that shit is strong. Um, say Eric sent you. Facts. Say Eric sent you, and 30% off your order right there. Illuminar said on Twitter he promises to fix his penalties. I do know what I believe him. Did he really say that? Let me see. Actually, hold up. Did he really say that? Let me see. Hold on. Did he really say that? Or you're probably just joking. If you're joking, that's a good joke because fucking I wouldn't doubt it. He tweets about everything. He tweets about I mean, he tweets about everything. Um, and I thought Josh Jacobs tweeted a lot. Nah, hell no. The Illuminar tops up right there, right? He did that boy. Woo! Kuz needs more playing time. Bring back Kuz, man. I think Kuz is good. I think Kuz is still on a rookie contract, right? If I'm not mistaken. Was he on a free agent? Yeah, he's still on a rookie contract. Yeah, I'm all for him dead, bro. Malcolm Kutz is a good player. Has a little bit of polishing to do, but besides that, I do think he's a good player to back up Chandler Jones. I think he does need the board playtime. And exactly how my mods say, man, go click all them links, go support everybody there, man. And also, like Nightbot says, stack them up. Make sure to hit that like button if you haven't yet. If you like the content, make sure to subscribe and hit that bell notification so you don't miss anything. Illuminar needs to fix his plate at the Golden Corral. God damn, Cool Kev. What the? That's crazy. That is. yo, yo. He said he needs to fix his plate at the Golden Corral. That's fucking crazy. We're going to have at least 15 new players on this team next year. Oh, definitely, D Mac. I would say that's the minimum. I think 15 players is minimum. I think I think half of this defense is gonna be new players, new names and stuff like that. So they are all possibilities at the end of the day. He said drinking Capri Sun and Red Bull. You know what? I need to try that one of the days. I might have to mix both, but nah. Let me see. Let me see if I skipped anybody before we head on out here. Web equals special teams player. Shout out to Raul, Rainer Nation for life. You already know what it is, man. Yo, G checking in from the Philippines. Hey, shout out to you. I see name, man. I appreciate you for being here. I'm glad you made it out there safe, brother. Enjoy. Salute to you. I appreciate you stopping by as well, man. Defense needs new players, and they will, right? If you were Dave Ziegler, how would you handle the quarterback position? Now, I would get a veteran and a rookie underneath them. If you don't draft a rookie this year, then you have Garbers and Stidham there to rock behind, right? If not, you have Stidham and a rookie quarterback, and you have them fight it out and see how it goes and see how you could develop. We're in a sticky situation because now I'm hearing reports. I mean, I've seen reports from reporters saying that if Tom Brady ain't there, Lamar Jackson's an option. And I'm not the biggest Lamar Jackson fan. Why? Because his injury is one of his biggest pet, bro. His injury, I don't like that injury history from Lamar Jackson, man. And I'm not paying that guy top dollar for him to get injured again. So for me, Lamar Jackson's crossed out. Tom Brady rookie, veteran rookie, or Stidham rookie. That's practically what you do. For me, it's hard for me to dictate what we can do. I kind of have to see how they go about it in free agency as far as I think they won't get a quarterback till after free agency. I mean, not after free agency, after the first 2 days of free agency. So I would see how they build up the defense and the offensive line before I could give a judgment. But if I were to say right now what I would do, I don't even know, bro. It's a fucking sticky situation. Um, I would say you get somebody that knows the system and you draft a rookie underneath them. So you could keep Stidham and draft a rookie, Tom Brady and a rookie, Jacoby Brissett and a rookie, fucking Mac Jones and a rookie, Jimmy Garoppolo and a rookie. Like at that point, as much as I don't like none of them and I don't want none of them, I think that's the route they'll go because at the end of the day, they're making decisions, not us. You feel me? So I feel like in the mindset of them, They want somebody that knows the system to start. And that's a select few, right? Lamar Jackson, you got to give an arm and a leg and the keys to Allegiant Stadium. Yeah, no, thank you. That's a fact. Say, kitty, 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 turtle. I probably did not get that. We should have signed Ndamukong too when we had the chance in the offseason, right? Is he even playing hardly? I don't even know. Brady or Jimmy G or Stidham. I think in that order, in my opinion. But I don't want any of them. I mean, I would prefer Stidham over both of it because I just don't want Jimmy G and I don't want Tom Brady. But at the same time, I don't want to lose next year. So I'm all for Brady, Jimmy G, Jacoby Brissett, just based on what I've known from Josh McDaniels and their mindset and Dave Ziegler. But if you were to ask me, I don't want none of them. But if you ask Josh McDaniels, Dave Ziegler, they'll tell you otherwise. You feel me? Shout out to Joshua Young. Salute to you as well. Shout out to the S Experience. Shout out to the Nation. Shout out to you, man. We're going to lose last season regardless of who's quarterback. I hope we don't, bro. I really hope we don't. Stidham is cheaper and get a rookie quarterback, less money, money towards O-line and defense. That's what I'm saying. That's the other route you could go. It just depends on who they restructure. I would restructure the fuck out of Chandler Jones. I would restructure the fuck out of Colton Miller. I would restructure the fuck out of. I think that's it. Who else can you restructure? I mean, you can't really restructure anybody else. I mean, maybe you could restructure Adams. I don't know if that's a possibility. I don't know. But who knows, right? Or maybe fucking you could restructure. I don't know. I don't even know, right? Shout out to North Carolina Jesse, man. Becoming a member. If you want to become a member, exclamation mark membership, or there's a join button next to the subscribe button. Like I said, there is a new tier, and it's the only tier now. I appreciate Jesse for the support, brother. I appreciate you coming back to the membership. You feel me? Stack them up membership, whatever you want to call them. Stack them up. You already know what it is. I see you restructuring Waller or trading him. I'm restructuring the fuck out of him. I'm not trading him. I think Waller was performing pretty good towards the end when he came back. So in my opinion, keep Waller, restructure him, or just keep him. I'm up for it. Restructure Waller and Renfro. Hey, you already know, man. Finally got home and from work, and now I'm a member again. There you go, man. I appreciate it. I do not want Brissett at quarterback. That's what I'm saying. You know, a lot of these players I don't want, but at the end of the day, what are our options, right? We're so limited in options. I see drafting Richardson at 7, just a feeling. Damn, if they go Richardson at 7, bro, I would have a Leatherwood meltdown. In my opinion, I would have a Leatherwood meltdown. And what I mean is probably chuck my controller across the room or across the living room where I'm at. Probably drop kick the TV and probably go outside and probably throw the goddamn trash can fucking in the air or throw it at a car. Like, like bro, like I do not want. I'm tired of reaching, bro. I'm tired of reaching. I don't know about you guys, but I'm tired of fucking reaching, bro. Reaching is one of the most like I have PTSD of that shit, bro. Like it's like every time we draft, I get this mindset of what the fuck are we gonna do? Like that. That's just what the Raiders have. The Raiders have literally screwed me up mentally to the point where every play we do, like it's to the point where when we play a game right on Sunday, and there's a good play, right? Josh Jacobs runs for 80 yards and a touchdown, right? I always have to wait 10 seconds after the play to see if a flag is even being called, just because we're the Raiders. As far as the first pick, I have horrible from all the fucking first round picks we had before of how shit we've been drafting. And fucking who else? Jamarcus Russell was our last first round pick as a quarterback. On top of that, fucking we drafted fucking bum ass Leatherwood, which actually, believe it or not, I think Leatherwood deserved another chance, but that's just me. Anyways, Leatherwood, right? Fucking we fucking got Jonathan Abram in the first round. We got fucking. I mean, Josh Jacobs is good. I don't give. Josh Jacobs was good. You got Cleve Farrell in the first round. You got Damon. Oh my god, Damon fucking Arnett, bro. Oh my god, Lord. Why do the Raiders do this shit? I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't fucking get it, bro. I don't get it. Fucking I swear, it's to the point where I already know, like, we're gonna at least hear number 72 being called every fucking game, bro. Like, exactly, Primos. Offense number 72, 10-yard penalty, repeat second down. Every play, I think 72 is gonna be the number being called. Like, bro, fuck my life, bro. Like, come on, Raiders. Like, can we? Oh my, I don't know about you guys, but I'm just. I really thought this. I got fucking goddamn like this regime made me believe that this year was gonna be different. I don't know why the fuck I even thought things were gonna be different. I legit thought that we're gonna finally win games and win games dominantly and not and be cool and be cool and be like, yeah, chill back, lay back. We're winning by 25 points and we're gonna win. No, instead we're up by 20. We cost the lead and then we lose, or it has to come down to a fucking field goal. Like, I swear to God, bro, I could never have one single game week where I'm just chilling and we win. Like, what in the fuck? Like, Raiders, come on, man. We're about just win, baby, and commitment to excellence, and we committing to mediocrity. This is sad. This is fucking sad. The good thing is, now here's the good thing. Let me shine some positivity. Dave Ziegler has been one of those guys in this regime that I've had a lot of faith in. I think Dave Ziegler is the only reason why I'm not panicking too hard. Because Dave Ziegler, believe it or not, did everything he can last offseason. I think he made the correct moves. The coaching staff just couldn't work with those moves. In my opinion, Dave Ziegler had nothing to do with anything bad. I think he drafted well. I think he also used the draft picks well to go get Adams. I think he made really good, correct contracts, believe it or not. And that's what's keeping me alive and keeping me like, hey, maybe we're not going to reach this year. Maybe we're going to have a really good fucking defensive player in the first round, and he's going to be our future. So Dave Ziegler, Champ Kelly too. Shout out to Champ Kelly. Champ Kelly. Hey, speaking of, actually, let me actually hold on. I think I have it. I do have it right here, right here, right here. Look at it. If y'all see it below it, aside from my will to win, my commitment to excellence, the fire that burns brightest in me is the great love and enthusiasm that I have and had for the game of football. The almighty Raider legend, Al Davis, has said that the will to win. And we need to fucking win, bro. I'm tired of this shit. I'm tired of this shit. Tired of it. JJ projected 14 million. I think he'll take around 10. I think he'll take fuck no. He'll take around 12 in my opinion. I think he's projected 14. Now you're in Vegas. I think around 12, a little bit less. Josh Jacobs wants to stay, right? But we'll see how that negotiation goes. At the end of the day, we got to see how the contract's baked. That's why I always tell people, when somebody gets signed or somebody gets a restructure or somebody that gets an extension, first look at the contract fully before coming after the organization for making a shitty contract. Because sometimes a player could sign a 5-year, $50 million deal, right? And you're like, what the fuck? $10 million a year? He's not worth that much. But then you look at the contract and it's like a $2 million cap at this year. Then it's like a $3 million cap next year. And then there's an out eventually. You always got to look at the bigger picture, right? So that's why I believe Dave Ziegler. And I think Champ Kelly could really do a good job at making contracts. Now the question is, are they going to draft well? I think so. The question is Josh McDaniels and Patrick Graham going to fuck it up again? Hopefully not, because I'm not trying to get a top 10 pick again. Who knew that we're going to get a top 10 pick this year? And I know I'm talking fast, but that's because I'm trying to fucking see how the fuck next year's going to happen. I'm optimistic of next year. I'm to the point where I'm not going to even give a prediction. I'm not giving no fucking record prediction. I'm going to give you, all I'm going to give you is the minimum the potential, and that's it. He said you always talk fast. Shout out to Raw Gas. What's good, man? Good to see you. Hope all is well. Jacobs might be tagged and extended. No, that's a fact. That's a fact. That might be a franchise tag Jacobs. There might be a franchise tag on there. But we'll see. Shout out to Raw Gas in the building. Shout out to Jack Kenna in the building. If you guys can hit that like button. We need linebacker, cornerback, defensive line, and O-line help. Free agency that fill in with the draft. My preference would be move back and get more picks. But my gut says we take a quarterback at 7. And that's what I'm saying. Who knows? Who knows what they would do, right? 0-17 until they show us otherwise. God damn. 10-8 next year. Let's go positive. Positive. Hey, fuck it. Positive. JK, please no go. If we go 0-17, bro, I'll probably take the whole offseason off of YouTube, bro. I ain't gonna cap it. We go 0-17. I swear to God. Anyways, get D Hopkins to Vegas. That's gonna cost you a lot. D Hopkins to the Raiders. I think that would be a Madden League move. You know where I think I could see DeAndre Hopkins go, in my opinion? Because I know they're gonna trade DeAndre Hopkins. How about DeAndre Hopkins with the Colts? And now hear me out. Let's just say the Colts get a rookie quarterback, CJ Stroud, Bryce Young. DeAndre Hopkins helps out the Colts. People start coming in. Now you got Michael Pittman, DeAndre Hopkins, Mo Alley Cox, pause, Jonathan JT, a really good offensive line, and a good quarterback. That offense alone is already fucking crazy. I mean, I think the Colts could be a destination. I think the Titans could be a destination for him. I think the Titans as well. I think. Trying to think. Maybe the Bucks. Nah, not the Bucks. What the fuck? Not the Bucks. Not Miami. Maybe the Giants. Maybe the Giants can make a move on DeAndre Hopkins. They need a receiver. There's a lot of things going on, right? SC, I have a crazy trade for you. Want to hear? Yeah, say it. Oh, what's the crazy trade you got? Room at this time it's possible to have a worse record next season. That's good from a fantasy standpoint, maybe because they still got Ryan throwing them the ball. Yeah, and I think they're gonna go rookie quarterback though. The Colts. I think they need a future, and I don't think Matt Ryan's their future. I think he's retiring sooner. Wait, what is this? Oh, never mind, never mind. I thought I seen something. I'm gonna hear out what Jack Kenna gotta say, and then we'll head out of here. You feel me? So I appreciate everybody that is here. If you guys can hit that like button, like I said, I think we're at 51 likes, right? We're at 51 likes. Let me see. Yeah, we're at 53 likes, man. If you haven't hit that like button, hit that like button. Oh shit! I just realized. What the fuck? What the fuck? Yo, I just. Why did it? Why the fuck did it not show? That is weird. Why did it not show that? Am I tripping? Is it me? Hey, fucking Jesse, I appreciate that. I didn't even. What the fuck? I don't know what the fuck is going on with YouTube. It says you gifted 10 memberships and it didn't even show for me. What the fuck? Yo, this YouTube shit is weird. YouTube, fix your shit, please. YouTube, fix your shit. Please fix your shit. YouTube, for the love of God, please fix your shit. YouTube, hear me out. Fix your stuff, please. Please. But I appreciate that. I don't know why I didn't show, though. That is weird. I do not know why I did not show. Anyways, Correa's signing with the Giants, Mets, and Twins. Yeah, Correa's going all over the fucking place. I don't know what the fuck he's doing. Okay, after seeing Caleb Williams destroyed by Notre Dame, trade the 7th pick for a first, second, and more next year. Ooh, yeah, that's a crazy trade. I ain't gonna lie. That is crazy. I would not do that. A lot of people are, no, it didn't show on StreamYard, Terrence. It showed on YouTube. It didn't show. It didn't show on StreamYard. You feel me? I didn't have YouTube open, so I had to go on YouTube right now to go look, but it didn't show on StreamYard. You feel me? I appreciate that, Jesse. Much love, brother. Uh, no, that's facts, Jaime. That's facts. McDaniels is like he's so 50. I'm so 50-50 with McDaniels, man. I'm like the positive is that this getting the talent, getting the draft picks you need, and trading who you need to trade for. I think, guys, hey, correct me if I'm wrong. I think there's going to be a total of 6 trades in the offseason for the Raiders, including draft picks getting traded during the draft and in free agency and before free agency. I think 6 trades happen with the Raiders this offseason. So mark my words, 666. Wait, not 666. Wait, that's the devil. Fuck no. Hold up. Hell no. 6. I'm going to just say 6. And I need to stop repeating the number fucking 6. What the fuck? Anyways, getting away from that shit. Yeah, I believe 6 trades would happen this offseason. Anyways, maybe McDaniels should get demoted to a coordinator. McDaniels will always be a coordinator to me until he proves me otherwise. No, Terrence. No, Terrence. Terrence, may God bless your soul, brother. Anyways, on the way out, guys, stack them up. Make sure to hit that like button if you haven't yet. If you like the content, make sure to subscribe and hit that bell notification so you don't miss a thing. I appreciate you guys so much for being here, man. Blessings to you guys and your families. Like I said, the next live on Thursday. Thursday. What the fuck? Saturday. West Side Experience. And actually, would you guys like to see a playoff game? I know I said that last week, but like I said, family first. What game is Raider Ben doing? Does anybody know? Does anybody know what game Ben's doing? So I don't step on his toes and I do the other game. What? Does anybody know what game Raider Ben is doing? Niners Cowboys. Let me see. 3:30 Sunday. Is he doing any Saturday? Is he doing anything Saturday? I'll probably text him. I'll text him in a little. Yeah, I'll hit him up. Okay. Well, I'm thinking. I don't know how good the Jaguars and Chiefs will be. I mean, I think the Chiefs will win that. I think the Bengals and Bills would be a good one. You know what? Bengals Bills. I'm gonna do Bengals Bills. Bengals Bills. How does that sound? Bengals Bills. So the game before the Cowboys and Niner game. Bengals Bills, because I think that's gonna be a really good one. Bengals and Bills will be a really fucking good one. So Bengals Bills. Shout out to RT6. What's good, RT6? Good to see you. Hope all is well. But on the way out, hit that like button. 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 On the way out, subscribe if you're new. But like I said, Bills, Bengals, Sunday. I'll do that game, and maybe I'll do a surprise Saturday one. Maybe I'll do something like the Giants or Eagles. I mean, we'll see because there's a UFC fight, so I rather prefer the UFC fight. So shout out to you guys, man. Blessings, nation. I appreciate you guys for tuning in, man. Hit that like button. Shout out to Dave. Was good, man. Blessings to you guys and your families. I want the Bills to win it all for DeMar. I know DeMar is back in the Bills organization. Actually, that's an update on DeMar Hamlin. He's back in the Bills facility. So that's good news. Good news. Shout out to Raider Way. Shout out to all you guys, man. Blessings to you guys and your families. Have a great rest of your day today on a Wednesday, man. Hump day. Besides that, man, tough times never last, but tough people do. You guys are some tough people, man. On the way out, hit that like button. And until next time, y'all, Sunday, Bengals, Bills, 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. 1, 2, 3 Eastern Time. Stay there. Stay tuned. I appreciate you guys, man. Blessings. I appreciate all the amazing words for you guys, man. Great show. I appreciate that. I appreciate you. And again, Jesse, I appreciate you for the 10 gifted out there, man. I appreciate you guys. On the way out, hit that like button. I was the SC Experience, aka boy Eric, man, and I am out. Peace.